So we had a chance to review Windows' new Nokia Lumia 830 phone, which is one of their affordable Windows flagship phones. And I'm just going to share briefly my impressions of the phone and what I think about it. So I've used the phone for about 3 weeks. I've used the phone for close to a month now. And really quickly, what I love about the phone is the design. It has a really nice design. The design is great. I love the colors. You can pop off these plates, which you'll see in the unboxing video that we did. A link in the description below. But the interchangeable colors and plates really help you add personality to it, and it's really awesome. And the overall design is very sleek, very, very durable, something that you would expect to see from Nokia. So, just going through the phone, so there's a front-facing camera, and then your typical buttons, but they do give you some feedback, like vibrations. The phone is really solid, very solid build, very sturdy. It's not too heavy, it's light. The only thing that I don't like about the build is that it's really, since it's made out of metal, it has a nice metal finish, it's very slippery. So compared to my Nexus 5, which it has kind of a rubbery feel to it, this is very slick and it'll slide out of your hand very easily. Which has happened multiple times, but since it's a Nokia, it's very durable. So, hats off to you, Nokia. So, just going through the phone, we've got the power cable, USB at the top, headphone jack, and then on the sides we've got the volume up and down, the power button, and the camera button. You can also take pictures by snapping. So you use the camera button to get into the camera, and then you can hit that button again and it'll snap it. So the camera is really good, but it's a 10 megapixel camera. This is it. It's got a flash. There's the camera. It can do 1080p, and I think it can even do 4K video. But there's the microphone, so you can get your video and sound synced on videos. The only thing that I didn't like, so the pictures on the Lumia are really nice and crisp. The video is really nice and crisp, but the problem is with video, we'll talk about this later. The problem is with video, it's very hard to share it because hardly any of the apps that I downloaded and use regularly support video on Windows Phone. But we'll get into that in a second. The speaker is a rear-facing full speaker. It sounds really good when you do Spotify or any type of music or sound. It sounds really good. So, as far as the overall industrial design of the phone, it is just a really nice feel, really nice experience as far as the craftsmanship. I love it, and I really wish that Nokia made Android phones, because I love me some Android. And after dealing with Windows on the phone, I have to say that it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, but it still is not anywhere close to what the experience of Android is. There's lots of apps in the App Store for Windows. Minecraft, of course, since Microsoft bought them out. But most of the apps that you use on a daily basis are probably in here. So that is good, and that's not what I was expecting. But the problem comes in with features. Just little things like Facebook, the Facebook Messenger. It's missing features that you would find in Android or iOS. The call feature is missing. There's no share video, and just little things like that add up over time. And there's lots of apps that just aren't available. Like Gmail, there's no official Gmail app. But there are lots of knockoff Gmail apps which just are not as good at all. So that's kind of a deal breaker for me, just because, like most people, I use Gmail and all of my mail is in Gmail, and I don't really want to deal with any of these off-brand apps to reach my Gmail. So other than the lack of apps, the only other thing is that some things just don't work. I've downloaded several apps now that seemed promising at first, but they just didn't deliver, or didn't work, or something was wrong. Like the Lumia camera, when I go to do that, it says update your phone, but my phone is already updated. So it's just little things like that. When it comes to battery life, this phone has been really great. The battery has lasted more than a day in most cases. I haven't had to charge it hardly at all. I'll show you guys some pictures and some video. It takes really good low light pictures, and the video is really crisp. As far as speed, everything's been fine. This Lumia 830 is running Windows 8.1 with Lumia Denim, which is the most recent update at this time. I can't wait to see what Windows 10 phone brings to the Lumia, because that might actually step it up a notch to compete with the Android and the iOS phones. But this one has 1 gigabyte of RAM, and it's rocking a 1.2 gigahertz quad-core processor with Qualcomm Snapdragon 400. So doing just about anything has been pretty quick, and playing games has been fun. My kids really love the games on here. They've been beautiful and smooth, and I cannot complain at all about the games or anything to do with that. The only complaint I have is with the software and productivity. I can't get as much done on my Windows phone as I can on my Android phone, my Nexus 5. I can get a lot of stuff done on here with Gmail and all of the apps that I need, that I know work. Here it's kind of touch and go, and I can't really rely fully on it because of that. But another thing is the loading times. Sometimes it loads. It takes a while to load things. Switching back and forth between apps hasn't really been a problem, but as far as like loading inside apps, it's been a little slow. So, would I switch to Lumia? Probably not. But if this was my first smartphone and I didn't need all of the things that I'm accustomed to right now, I just needed a good phone that played games and had access to social media and the internet and stuff like that, Wi-Fi access, all of that stuff is great, and this phone would be perfect for that. But since I'm used to Android and I like Android, I would prefer my Nexus 5 to something like this. But in the future, this is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be unusable. It's not unusable, and it's actually quite good. Microsoft has been making leaps and bounds of improvements lately, and if they keep it up, then I am quite confident that Windows Phone, when Windows Phone will get to a place where it can compete with Android and iOS, and it might even take a good percentage of the market share if they keep innovating at the pace that they are innovating at. So, that is my review of the Lumia 830. And if you want to see more, check out my post, which I'll link in the description below, and you can check out my social media for what I've been talking about the past couple of weeks. And don't forget to like and subscribe this video, and stay tuned for more tech reviews and tech videos, and we'll see you next time.